been a long time since I've been in your presence. How are you doing out there, you fans of Gotcha Racing Live, Gotcha Racing TV? This is your host, Joe Britt. Sick, got the flu, but you know how they say, one person don't stop a show, and so I am here. And I tell you, I feel like if I take my shades off, you probably see my bloodshot eyes. But I think I caught this flu last week when I was at the convention, the Democratic convention in San Diego, and shaking all these hands and whatnot. And I should have known better. Flu season, and I've been down for about a week now. I'm getting over it now, but nevertheless, I'm here, and I just can't get my mind together. Look, we have a great show today, and let me give you my opening. So you got to bear with me, guys. Okay, you're gonna have to bear with me today because I'm not 100%. I'm instead of firing off of all 8 cylinders, I feel like I'm firing off of a 5. Okay. Hey, I come to you a humble man that is a reflection of God's grace and greatness. A humble man that is standing on shoulders of ancestors. Hello, America. Look alive, California. Wake up, San Bernardino. Stand up, be counted, Inland Empire. For this is your host, Joe Britt, coming to you loud, clear, and strong from the desert to the sea, broadcasting the powerful KCAA Talk Radio by way of Studio B. And, well, anyway, listen, the weather's, we got some fickle weather. It wants to rain. It doesn't want to rain. It's cold, then it gets kind of warm, then it gets back cold again. We have snow on the mountains at about 2,500 feet, which is pretty low. It's just been weird. California is weird when it comes to weather, and that is no joke at all. So this is not the weather to go out there and go to the beach and work on a tan or anything like that. It's not that at all. Okay. So anyhow, if you want to call into the station, that number to the studio, the number is 909-792-5222. 909-792-5222. Even though I'm sick and I feel like dog crap, I was able to pull together at the last minute some things I think you'd be interested in. And I tell you, we've been very busy. Even though I'm down, we've been very, very busy. Let's see, last weekend we were at the convention, and then we were able to, let me show you something. Recently, I had lunch with this guy. Let's see if I can put him on the screen. Can you see this? Anyway, we had lunch with Casey King. He's a NASCAR driver, one of the NASCAR drivers that we're racing this weekend in Las Vegas, and then later this month, or at the 28th of this month, he'll be at Fontana in the NASCAR 400. So that will be very, very interesting. I thought maybe I could pop that up, but maybe a little bit later. Wow. Okay. Anyhow, guy's very cool. Interviewed him, and my style of interviewing is not. I'm not going to ask you about how fast your car is. I'm not going to ask you about what it feels like with all the G-forces. No, we already know about that. We're all muscle heads, man, and we're all car guys. We know there's a lot of G's. We know there's a lot of money wrapped up in NASCAR, in the formation of the security equipment for NASCAR. We know about all the safety features. I want to know about personal, and I was able to get out of him that he had a 2-year-old kid, and his kid. I asked him if his kid would be following in his footsteps. He said, no, he's working with airplanes right now. So, but you never know. By the time he gets up and gets of age, knowing that his father was a NASCAR driver, it just might combine the two, you know, planes and cars, a combination, and racing like Star Wars. Remember the guy? Remember that? The kid was riding that vehicle. Anyhow, so what's going on in our life? We are, um, we have been invited by Lucas Oil to be on the red carpet at the Chinese 6 Theater this coming Tuesday to do our interviews on the red carpet for a movie called Dirt. And it's the premiere of what MAV TV and Lucas Oil has put together. And most of the drivers I know. You know, we've been in this business a long time. I happened to see a name that I interviewed 8 years ago, and it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see how that's going to play out. Kind of happy about it, you know, that we're now getting calls to go here and go there and interview this and interview that person. So that's good. I guess we're the signs of progress, and we are steadily moving along and upwards. Kind of happy about that. We just got a new correspondent. I put the call out to you guys, okay? You guys, meaning the Facebook and also the Gotcha Racing fans, to help me out. And across the world, we got Michael Ajay from Nigeria. So we will see what they are doing in that part of the world as far as racing. They're doing it too. They're just not in straw huts and and spears and whatnot. They're not that at all. They're not. And if you've been told anything different, you've been lied to. Okay, they got a racing community out there also, and they have car shows. Believe it or not, it's not American-made cars. And I'm quite sure if you took one of our muscle cars over there, they probably have they would probably have a fit to see American-made muscle. Okay, I'm just saying. We're kind of happy about that. Let's see what else we're doing. End of this month, we'll be at the Speedway in Fontana at Factory 5. No, I'm sorry. Speedway in Fontana doing NASCAR. Okay, for the whole weekend. We'll be from the trucks to the start of the race to the end of the race. You know what happens is David Allen's a real smart guy at the track. He's the president of Fontana, and what happens is he'll have all the NASCAR drivers and their crews show off their trucks. So it's like a entourage of maybe 38, 40 trucks, teams, and it's about 1,000 or so people there, and they do what they have to do to get done. All right, and it's pretty cool. I hear some background noise in my studio, and I got to get rid of it. Somebody's talking a little bit too loud. Anyhow, really cool display of trucks, whatnot. Anyhow, I'm going to have to continue this. I got to get rid of this noise. Carlos, let's go to a commercial break. And folks, I'll be right back. Let me get rid of this noise. I just cannot think. I hear this chatter in the background. It shouldn't be that. They know when I'm on the air to shut up. Okay? So, folks, I'll be right back. This is Joe Britt, Gotcha Racing Live, Gotcha Racing TV. We'll be right back.
شما در حال گوش دادن به برنامه گاچن ریسینگ هستی با صدای جو برید. Oh no!
Don't worry about a thing, pretty lady. You're in good hands with J&K Auto Body Paint and Repair. J&K Auto Body has been serving the Rialto area for years and are considered to be one of the oldest and the best auto body shops in town. The right people with the right tools and the right experience that can give you the service and the quality that you expect. 24 hours, 7 day a week towing is available. That's J&K Auto Body 241 South Palm Avenue, Rialto, California, across the street from the Metrolink station. Call us at 909-875-0400, 909-875-0400. That's 909-875-0400.
U&I Auto Truck Parts and Wrecking is loaded with 15 acres of used, salvaged, and rebuilt parts for your car or truck. Sure, you could go to any wrecking yard, but U&I has what it takes. Expertise, high-quality products, and the finest customer service you'll receive anywhere. U&I makes custom drive shafts, furnishes full warranties on all their parts, and keeps up on industry changes. Call 909-888-6841. You'll be impressed by the fast and friendly response from the U&I skilled staff. You can also go to the Contact Us page and request a part. U&I hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8 till 5, and Saturday, 8 till 3. U&I Auto Truck Parts and Wrecking is located at 1435 West Rialto Avenue in San Bernardino. Check out the U&I webpage at the letter U, the letter I, autoparts.com, or call 909-888-6841. 909-888-6841.
Sie hören jetzt Gotcha Racing live mit Ihrem Gastgeber Joe Britt.
All right, we are back in the command seat and got rid of that chatter in the background. I could not function. I tell you, I just could not function with that noise in the background. And so I'm happy. I'm okay. I can continue to talk without this chatter box in the back. So let's continue. You know, I'm just going all over the place here with my program. All right, so we'll be at the end of this month. We'll be in Fontana for the Speedway. And we had a chance to interview one of the stars, number 19, KCAA, this week. Okay, and then we had lunch with him, and that was cool. Factory 5 is coming up. And what is Factory 5? A friend of mine owns that company, Dave, and he's owned it about as long as I have owned Britain Motor Corporation. And at one time, Dave was putting out Cobra replicas. Really nice work. He's in the Massachusetts area, and really nice quality work. And then he started with the GTM, which it's not similar to mine. It's a little squattier than mine, but nevertheless, Dave has the money to go ahead and complete it. So at SEMA, we got together, and he wants Gotcha Racing Live, Gotcha Racing TV to do a live remote from Newport Beach in April. So that's going to be something to see. We'll have the cameras there, and we'll have a small crew to do what we need to get done to show you, the viewers of Gotcha Racing Live and Gotcha Racing TV, what the affluent side of things, what they're doing. Okay. We're buying new equipment. We're buying a large drone so we can get that aerial shot. We've got the small ones, and we're doing practice with them right now. And I guess we're going to buy the ones about this size so we can go and get that aerial shot, you know, that everyone's crying for. Everyone wants that money shot, and I know this. So we are going to be doing that. Not going to be doing. We are doing it. Spending a lot of money, but we do that to bring all this to you. So on tap today, we have one of our correspondents will be calling in, and that's Chris, the Road Warrior. Okay, and then here's a little twist. Here's a little twist, folks. I have a psychic, a female that she's been helping me out, okay? And she comes with a large pedigree. So she helps me out, and I'm quite sure she can probably help some of you out. And it's all by phone. So what I'm going to do, the last 15 minutes of the show, I'm going to introduce her to you. And if you want to call in, I guess we'll take a couple of calls, maybe, if she wants it, and express yourself and see and she can give you the right information that would have you continue on with your life. Anyway, that number to the studio is 909-792-5222. 909-792-5222. Well, folks, I'm a little under the weather. I'm just trying to hang on. Hopefully, by next week we'll be doing a whole lot better. I've had a lot of files to give you, but my mind is just not right. So I'm also looking for more correspondence, but I'm looking for guys who can work behind the cameras. Okay, guys who can put up video, guys who could do my audio and put all those files in perspective and put all those files up and ready to go for Gotcha Racing Live. And it's a challenge. It's a challenge, and assuming that we are growing, we're going to have to open up the production end to people to help and come in and help on the production end. So that's open. So if you have a need to be part of our crew, you can drop me an email at grtv.media, M-E-D-I-A, at gmail.com. Okay? So I'm looking for social media experts. I'm looking for graphic experts. And I'm looking for people who just want to get involved in the TV and the radio business. Right? So if you're interested, it's grtv.media@gmail.com. Right? If you want to get in touch with us or find it, we are all over the place. Okay, and we need to be more. That's why I'm putting out this request for you, the females and the males of the listenership of Gotcha Racing. I need you. I really do need you. So come on and help us, and we can go forward. Okay? So we can be found on Facebook. We can be found on Instagram. We can be found on Twitter. Facebook, Instagram. All the outlets out there, we're trying to hit all of them so we can give you what you want. And we can touch the world. We can touch the world, and hopefully we can change a couple of things at the same time. Right? What else we got?
Hey, Mr. Brett, how you doing?
I'm good.
Snuck in on you.
My engineer didn't tell me you were on the line, man.
Oh, he was trying to, but you know what? We just collaborated and conspired and decided to slip in on you there. But
all right, people out there in the listening audience, this is Chris, the Road Warrior, and he is our motorcycle enthusiast and all around good guy, and he knows the two-wheel motorcycles back and front. So we love to talk with him. He gives great advice to the motorcycle industry. Nice to have you aboard. I'm kind of running on 2 cylinders right now. I'm not all 8, but what you got for us today, man?
You know, sometimes 2 is all it takes, man. That's I run on that all the time. That's all you need: 2 cylinders, 2 wheels, and you're all set. You're hanging in there. You're doing a good job. You know, the show must go on. Look a little rough, but hey, I think we all kind of do. And I always say I got a face for radio, so there we go.
That's right.
Hey,
so how you been?
I'm doing good, man. You know, and I'm glad to be back. I know I've been down for a while as well, and you know, just getting noise in the background. Hold on a second here. All right, I had to turn down the other radio. You know, last time we talked about suspensions and different things, rebound and dampening. And I'll give you a little, see if I can throw a little thing in here on how that works. You know, Joe, when you think back to the days when you were riding, and actually you can even apply this to driving nowadays, and in a car too. Have you ever been just tooling along, you know, you're behind some traffic or whatever, and all of a sudden there's a pothole, there's a dip, there's a bump, and you know you don't have time to go left, go right, and what do? You scrub off speed. You grab the brakes, try to slow down, you hit it, and you think, God, I was going slow, but it still jarred me through my arms, into my neck, into my teeth, and, God, what was that about, And, has that ever happened to you?
No, not that extreme, man.
Okay. Well, then you found yourself fortunate. We tend to panic and grab the brakes or hit the brakes in the car. Just all of a sudden you're on the brakes, trying to lessen the impact of this unexpected pothole or bump or a dip or whatever you just didn't see coming up, weren't paying attention, or you had a blind spot behind another vehicle. It happens. So what here's a tip, and you can even do this in the vehicle as well. First off, you have to immediately override that urge to panic and hit the brakes.
That's hard to do.
It's hard to do. Stay off the brakes. Maybe tap them once real quick because that's our first initial reaction. But then get off. Get on the pegs and get on the throttle. Pop the throttle a little bit. If you're in an automobile, tap the gas. And what this does is when you're on the brakes, you've compressed that suspension. You've taken it all the way down. You've gotten rid of that preload we had talked about before. It's gone. There's no travel left. So when you hit that hole, all you're doing is you might as well have no shock absorption at all at that point, and it just runs right up through the arms, into the shoulders. You might think, maybe I dinged the rim. You pull over to check the bike out, whatever. All of a sudden, the ride just not going the way it was. The day has changed. But try this. Get up on the pegs. Just slightly, a little bit. If you're off-road especially, oh yeah, this is fun now at this point. Get up, get on the throttle. What that does is it extends your suspension. It gives you maximum travel, maximum absorption at that point. So when you hit the bump, hit the hole, and you're up on the pegs to absorb some of that blow as well through the legs, put your weight back a little bit rear center, and everything will be fine. You'll have maximum control. Because here's the other thing: if you don't have suspension, if you decrease that, compress your front forks, and you hit that bump, you also lose control.
Yeah.
And control equals confidence, which equals a fun ride. And if you lose one, it's just a domino effect, and the rest of the day just sucks. Right? I mean, because if you hit it hard, and you're still planted on your seat, and this is even on the road, off the road, doesn't matter. You have to hit it twice, front wheel and rear wheel. So now you've taken it through the arms, and now you're taking it through the keister, and it might pop you up over the bars. Day's done. So practice and overcome the urge to grab the brakes. Now, of course, if it's a really big hole, no matter what you do, you might not. Things may happen. But I'm just talking the normal pothole, or a bump, a speed bump, a drainage gully dip type of thing, in the middle of the road. Any of these things, you can hit them a lot smoother by giving it just a tap on the throttle before you make the impact. If you're off-road, there's your opportunity, man. Get back, pull on the bars, hit the gas, get that front wheel up, and make fun of it. Just enjoy the bounce. On the road, in a car, in a truck, just give it a light throttle tap. Extend that suspension out. Maximize your travel. Maximize that damping that we were talking about a month ago, and you let the vehicle and the bike, take the impact, but not transfer it through you, the rider. So that's my little tip for the day of trying to overcome, these wonderful, well-maintained roads that we have, especially here in California.
Which city are you talking about?
Yeah. So So anyway,
yeah.
that's a little thing to follow up on more about what we were talking about regarding preloads and suspension travel and whatnot. This is how it works for you. This is how you use it.
That'll work. You know what, man? I really appreciate you're giving the community little history and how to do and how to take these bumps without knocking out your molars. But,
well, exactly. You know, and the thing is that I've taken all the hits so you don't have to.
You know what? That's a good way of saying it. That's a good way of saying it.
Try to pass it on to the guys that haven't been out there as long, and it's going to happen. Of course, you're going to make these mistakes here and there. But if you just remember a couple of things that I say here and there, maybe it'll make the ride a little more enjoyable for you. I hope it does.
And just maybe at the end of the day, you'll come home with all your teeth.
Well, there you go too. Yeah, I'll try to keep you alive, and that's also a key point.
I appreciate your time, man. I appreciate you, dude. All right, folks, let's hear it for Chris. Thank you, Chris. We will talk with you soon. Take care.
I'll get soon.
Fighting this cold, but I'll get over it.
I want to talk to you about that the NASCAR gig coming up too. So I'll catch you later off here about that.
Okay, good enough. Talk to you soon.
All right, man. Take care.
All right. Okay, Carlos. Now, the community out there. Carlos is my the engineer, and I rely on him a lot. Really smart guy, and I appreciate him. Carlos is about in the hour. Let's put in a commercial break, and then, folks, when I come back, the John Force Company, this business, has had a heck of a time in the past month. And I'll explain that to you, and I got a video that you got to see. All right, so this is Joe Britt coming to you live from Studio B, going all the way over there to Redlands, California, KCAA Radio, and bringing you the great sounds. And anyway, take it away, Carlos. Take it away.
شما در حال گوش دادن به برنامه گاچن ریسینگ هستی با صدای جو برید.
Oh no!
Don't worry about a thing, pretty lady. You're in good hands with J&K Auto Body Paint and Repair. J&K Auto Body has been serving the Rialto area for years and are considered to be one of the oldest and the best auto body shops in town. The right people with the right tools and the right experience that can give you the service and the quality that you expect. 24 hours, 7-day-a-week towing is available. That's J&K Auto Body, 241 South Palm Avenue, Rialto, California, across the street from the Metrolink station. Call us at 909-875-0400, 909-875-0400. That's 909-875-0400.
U&I Auto Truck Parts and Wrecking is loaded with 15 acres of used, salvaged, and rebuilt parts for your car or truck. Sure, you could go to any wrecking yard, but U&I has what it takes. Expertise, high-quality products, and the finest customer service you'll receive anywhere. U&I makes custom drive shafts, furnishes full warranties on all their parts, and keeps up on industry changes. Call 909-888-6841. You'll be impressed by the fast and friendly response from the U&I skilled staff. You can also go to the Contact Us page and request a part. U&I hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8 till 5, and Saturday, 8 till 3. U&I Auto Truck Parts and Wrecking is located at 1435 West Rialto Avenue in San Bernardino. Check out the U&I webpage at the letter U, the letter I, autoparts.com, or call 909-888-6841. 909-888-6841.
Sie hören jetzt Gotcha Racing live mit Ihrem Gastgeber Joe Britt.
All right, folks, we're back, and I'm trying to put myself. I tell you, I am so drained. I am really so drained. But listen, the John Force's business, they're having a hell of a time, and I mean they're having a awful time competing. And what's happening is I wouldn't want that on anyone. You know, I wouldn't want that on anyone. And at the NHRA Winter Nationals, Brittany, which is the youngest daughter that's racing, she blew up her high-speed dragster, and she hit the wall. It broke in two. Okay, and they had to take her to the hospital, but she was all right. And then the same afternoon, it's the finals on Sunday. John Force blew his car, and I'm going, wow, twice. All right. That's racing, right? Okay. So last week in Phoenix, NHRA was doing their thing. His vehicle exploded again, and exploded violently this time. And he went across the line, hit the other guy, completely wiped out his particular automobile. You got to see this video. Carlos, let's go ahead and play that. You got to see this, folks.
The runner-up in Florida, John Force. He was the runner-up in Las Vegas. He, of course, races for Jim Head. He's taking on the 16-time champion in his 34th event here in Phoenix. 33 consecutive top 10 finishes and looking like a car that could be a threat to win here in Arizona today. Oh, hold on. Thank goodness it comes to a stop finally. As John Force exploded a car, that put him in the path of Johnny Lindbergh. And from that moment forward and for a long time, simply hold on tight. Good to see some arms flailing underneath the parachute that looks to be shrouded over the top of Johnny Lindbergh. Johnny climbs out. Meanwhile, they're attending to John Force right now. Tony Schumacher, I don't know how many times we've held our breath with you in these moments. Memphis comes to mind.
Yeah, that was uncomfortable. This was a big explosion. I couldn't tell if he had any control after it blew off the ground, because that was a big move. It come across, and when it hit Lindbergh's car, when the parachutes get tangled up, and they're just wrapped up. You got all these monsters with no bodies on them now, just pulling each other around with absolutely no control. But just want to see some movement from Johnny here.
No reason for any speculation. We're going to step away, let the men and women of the NHRA Safety Safari, our first responders, do their due diligence. When we come back, we will update the conditions of both John Force and Johnny Lindbergh following a very scary funny car incident round 2 in Arizona. For John Force, as we welcome you back to Wild Horse Pass Motorsports Park and the NHRA All Access Arizona Nationals. Those 2 explosions and subsequent crashes coming at the season opening Winter Nationals 2 weeks ago and then just a few moments ago. Conscious and alert, the NHRA Safety Safari did take a lengthy amount of time making sure we got the 16-time champ out. He's being transported for observation to a local hospital. Here is why that is. John Force right side, big explosion. And from there, Tony Betterguy just got to ride this one up.
Well, John's hanging on. He's collected Johnny Lindbergh. Grabbed a hold of his parachutes, and John's getting really beat around. Now, there are a lot of safety measures in that chassis. There's a form-fitted seat, but the damage starts early. Take a look at that raw fuel coming out of the pipe right at the step. The second one went out. Now, what John did in the seat was not anything that any other driver wouldn't have done. Take a look at this raw fuel. On the other side, it was a V8 that was transformed into a V6. Now, that puts a lot of stress internally on the parts. Now, what happened was when the engine blew up, the concussion was so big that it turns the car and repositions it, and that is the reason that it goes into Johnny Lindbergh's lane.
Courtney very concerned, Brittany as well. The top end, they were there as the NHRA Safety Safari was extricating John. Don Schumacher, a lot of concern. After all, he is Funny Car's winningest guy. And he's the reason the category is what it is today. The 8-time top fuel champion Tony Schumacher continues observation and conversation with us.
Courtney, we saw Brittany come over to you prior to the run and have a conversation with you. What did she say to you?
She's telling me to just get in that car, be focused, and she said, if anything goes wrong, you don't have to drive it down there. And, thankfully I've got an amazing team with Advanced Auto Parts, with my crew chiefs, Karate and Hood. They gave me the option to not even take that car down there, but I told them I was ready, I was going to be okay, I can get back in it. It's tough seeing something like that happen to my dad. I mean, I hate it. But, you know, I chose this driver's seat knowing that these things can happen in these race cars. They're pretty unpredictable. But, you know what my dad told me as they were taking them off to get checked? He told me go out there and kick their asses. So that's what we're going to do for Peak, for Monster, for Auto Club, for Chevy, and for Advanced Auto Parts. So hopefully we make it a long day.
Courtney, I'd almost call that toughness personified. Just exactly how do you get back in a funny car 2 pairs later?
Well, you know, like I said, you know that these cars are unpredictable, and you just kind of have to suck it up and get over it, and just know your car. If anything goes wrong and doesn't feel right, you got to get out of it. Unfortunately, with Dad's case, it happened in the lights, so there wasn't really anything he could do, but kind of hold on and just get that car stopped. I'm glad to see that Lindbergh's okay. My dad was talking, yelling, screaming, so I know that he'll be all right. Gonna go check on him in a little bit, but we got a semifinal round to win, and hopefully he's watching because we're going to go out there and do the best we can.
Where it has not been kind to the Force family. This explosion on February 9th put John Force in the hospital. This crash on February 11th put Brittany in the hospital. Stop me if you've heard it. This crash earlier today has sent John Force once more to the hospital for observation. Conscious and alert, he is okay. It was Courtney that was most visibly shaken, though, by this incident. He was able to put it back together, take a round win against Matt Hagan. Now she gets a single into the final. So your thoughts, Tony, as she goes into the right lane here?
Well, Dave, it's a lot. You know, it's a lot of physical stress. It's a lot of mental stress, and it never gets any easier. And, you know, Bernie Federley, who was one of the tuners for John Force Racing for a lot of years, told me when I started driving for John that if you do this long enough, it's going to happen. So we all understand the element of danger. Where Courtney Force is at right now is, you know, it could almost seem numbing. I almost got a little emotional when she got emotional watching her dad getting hauled off again. But right now, when she's in this race car, I believe that she's able to focus. She's surrounded by good people, and she knows what she has to do in front of her.
Starting line weight goes full 3.938 seconds. We'll see how that stacks up in just a minute. But as we mentioned at the top of the show, it's former Top Fuel Director Crew Chief Brian Karate that now calls the shots. He is the subject of our Evans Crew Chief Confidential report. An incident eerily reminiscent to the one September 23rd, 2007 in Dallas, running alongside of Kenny Bernstein. It appears that John's car crosses over. Well, most of the car does. John wasn't in that wreckage. He was back up against the outside retaining wall. Big-time injuries there. Tonego faring much better, staying with the car after this explosion crossing in front of Johnny Lindbergh.
Well, Dave, a big difference since the 07 accident is that the lower frame rail on the funny car chassis is much stronger to prevent the frame from breaking in that driver area. And to some degree, those rear Goodyear slicks do provide some protection.
A quick update on John Force. There's no official statement yet. I spoke with GM Kelly Antonelli, who said that John is still undergoing testing at the hospital, but we are in the pits of Courtney Force, who is headed to her first final here in Phoenix. And I asked Courtney if she's settled down since her dad's crash. She said she's only focused on those win lights and knows she has to put it out of her mind. Courtney has been in 8 finals since her last win at Houston in 2016 and has been the runner-up in each. If she is to get it done here today, she's up against Tommy Johnson Jr., who has lane choice.
The car you hear roaring is immediately to her right. It's Tommy Johnson Jr. The Make-A-Wish guys have been patiently waiting. Now 2 cars roll to life. It's the first ever final round between the Advanced Auto Parts driver and the Make-A-Wish driver. For Courtney Force, her 300th round of racing, she looks to end a 43-race winless streak, 0-8 in final round since her last race win, with a lot on her mind. Dealing with the after effects of her sister Brittany's crash 2 weeks ago, and now Dad into the wall, visibly upset after this, but getting back into the car, doing a great job of dispensing Matt Hagan in round number 2. And now here she sits with an opportunity to salvage the weekend for John Force, who sits in a hospital as we race.
A lot of emotion that Courtney Force has had to go through, but she's held it together. She's held it together well. Finds herself in the final round, saving the best for last. Right now, in terms of performance, Tommy Johnson didn't really impress. He got to the finish line first in the first and the second round, but what they did in the semifinal matters most. For both of these teams, they're looking at good conditions. They saw the pro-stock cars directly in front of them perform well, run a little bit quicker. The racetrack should be there. Right now, it's all up to these tuners, all up to those drivers in the seat.
Tuners, John Collins for TJ, Brian Karate, Daniel Hood for Courtney Force. The winless streak is over. Courtney Force saves the day for John Force Racing. And take a look at the speed, 337.16 mile an hour. Stunning performance. And in the process, she becomes the 21st Funny Car Race winner here at Wild Horse Pass.
All right, all right. Well, I tell you, folks, that's racing, you know? But I tell you, John Force has had a heck of a time. And to be honest with you, if I were him, which I'm not, of course, I would have some serious conversations going on with the engine builder. You know, I can see it's happening once, but not back to back to back. I just can't see it. And those motors, those engines cost a lot of money. You know, and you saw how it exploded. I'm not gonna say it shouldn't happen. And that is racing, you know, but back to back, you know, it happened in the Winter Nationals and then happened in Phoenix. Something's up, you know. Something's really smelly in Denmark. But anyway, folks, I have a young lady on the line, and she has helped me out tremendously. Okay. She is a psychic. Now, some of you might not believe in it, but that's okay. Some of you know that some folks on this blue dot of ours have abilities. And I believe she has the ability. I don't know how, but it's not for me to wonder why. She has helped me out. And I tell you, it's a God-given gift that, I mean, she doesn't walk around with a ball or anything, you know, looking into the future like that, but pretty much she can, and what she has, just by conversation with you, pick up your vibes. And some of you might say, Joe, you're full of crap. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And if I didn't think this was legit, I wouldn't bring it to you at all. But I want to try this. Every other week, we're going to have Miss Linda to get on and talk to some of you guys. So it'll be the last 10 minutes of the show. If you want to call in, you can do so and talk to her. 909-792-5222. 909-792-5222. And let's start a conversation. Miss Linda, how are you? You okay today?
Yes, I'm doing good. What about, are you doing okay?
Well, you know, I have a cold and I'm a little bit under the weather, but nevertheless, I'm good. I'm good. I'm above ground. I really have no complaints, so I'm all right. I'm okay. So, tell my audience briefly what you've done, so they can know that you know what I know about you.
Okay. First of all, let me clarify something. I'm not a psychic. I'm a prophet. Psychic is somebody that's going to ask you your birth date. You'll give them the information. Me, you don't do that. You just let me pick up what I pick up, and I'll tell you. If I don't see it, I'm not going to say anything about it. That's one thing. The next thing is, a couple of years ago, it was two boys that drowned in the river, and I had told before that, told the grandmother that the child was going to get killed. She didn't know what grandchild I was talking about, but I could see that the child had a broken key around his neck. She still didn't know who I was talking about. But anyway, 2 weeks later, the 2 kids drowned in the river. I ended up going to the river and telling them where the child was. The first child was under a tree, and I seen this child. That's the child that I had seen in my spirit that was going to be hooked on to the roots of the tree underwater. And when they went, after so long, they decided to listen to me. They went to this tree. The tree had the limb hanging over in the water. That's where he was at. And when they went down and got him, they come up and they found out that I was right about the necklace had the roots holding on to it. That's where one child was. An hour later, I said the other child was under a rock. And in the middle of the river, that's where the child was. He was under a rock. So that's the way I do it. And I've told people a lot of different things. But
how does that work, Linda? How does that work for you? For instance, when we started talking about 2 months ago, you don't know me from a can of soup, okay?
No.
We've never spoken before, and I started to talk to you over the phone, okay? Folks, she is not in California right now. She'll be moving this way pretty soon. So I'm talking to you via my cell phone, and you're telling me things about me that no one else knows, okay?
Right.
And okay, I said psychic, but okay, if you don't want to use that term, it's your term is what? Say it again.
A prophet. Uh-huh.
Okay, all right. But you were hitting all cylinders, telling me about what I've done, and you know, some say I'm easy. No, I made it pretty difficult. I didn't give you any leeway to let you know what was going on within me. But somehow, without me saying anything, you started hitting on all the buttons, and so I figured after we talked a couple of times, and we've been talking like every other couple of weeks or so, other people should experience what I'm experiencing. And if you can help them out, like you've helped me out, it would be good for all. You can spread that gift around. And that's exactly why I'm bringing you on the show, so you can touch more people. Everybody's hungry. And some people need this. So here we go. Every other week or so, I'm going to have Miss Linda. We will not say the psychic. We'll come up with another phrase, but I think it'll be okay. Are you excited about this, or did you know this was coming?
Believe it or not, a long time ago, I had a cousin to tell me that this was going to happen, and that was before. I've been doing this ever since I was 5 years old, but it was the thing of it that I only did it to. Like my mother, I could tell her when somebody had died in her family, and she needed to get ready for it. I could know who was coming to our house before they even come to the house. Even now, I can tell you when somebody's talking about me. I'll know it, and I'll know what they said about me. And it's strange. Like I can sit in the mirror and I can see things. Like if I see water, I pretty much know what's going to be in the water. It's kind of scary if you really don't know what you're doing. And for me, I've learned to kind of like deal with it, because if I don't tell a person what God is telling me to tell them, then my head hurts. So it takes more people for my head to stop hurting. Mm-hmm. So I have to keep it going, you know, like. And the other thing, I don't like attitude.
So when you say you don't like attitude, what do you mean by that? I mean, I understand it, but put it in perspective for me.
Okay, attitude. Somebody
from who? From the person that you're talking to, the person that wants your services. That and they come up to you like they're God's gift or something like that, or what?
Yeah. Somebody that has like talk to me smart, get smart with me. I'm telling them something and they get smart with me. I found that my spirit don't like it, and then it'll make me like go deeper into your business. That
yeah.
kind of, yeah.
But you know what? I bet you are fun at parties, huh?
Huh?
So I bet you're a lot of fun at parties, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a lot of fun, yeah. I scare people half the time. I'd be scaring people because I know things that I shouldn't know. And sometimes I'd be like, how do I know that? But it's there. And have I ever been wrong? No.
No, let me tell you something, folks. Now, so we were talking, she and I, and she is not in California, okay? And she tells me there's a certain cologne that I wear, right? And I'm not giving her any hints or anything. I'm not going to open up. I'll let her talk. And once you said the shape of the bottle and the color on the bottle, I was done. I was extremely, absolutely done. You know, how can you see what I have in my house and you are not even? We've never met. Folks, we have never met. Okay, she and I don't know how she looks. Well, she probably know how I look now because on the internet. But nevertheless, I don't know how she looks. Okay, so but she's going to describe a certain cologne that I'm using to the T. To the T. How does that happen? And how'd you do that, by the way?
Like I told you, I can, for some reason, I'll see things like if people kind of like doubt me, I'll go to something in your house, or either I'll tell you something that you got hid. I have told people where money is hid at. It depends on what I'm looking at that time. And sometimes I have to get the feel of it. Like, me and you talked for a few minutes, and then I was getting, for a long time, it took me a while before I could pick up you. Then I start picking up little things, like the cologne. I seen that, and then I also seen a vehicle that you're gonna get.
Yeah, and that was a jaw dropper there. Yeah, and we did get the vehicle, but I'm baffled, but I'll let it roll. I'll let it roll. So I tell you, folks, if you need some advice, or if you need her to steer you in a direction, or to look inside of you, and maybe she could, if you don't call with an attitude, we'll hang up, because it's not going to work, and airtime is airtime, okay? You can't have any dead time. So when she's on the air, Miss Linda, when she's on the air, call and take down this number, folks, 909-792-5222. 909-792-5222. Linda, we are short on time, but I'm glad to have you as a member of the Gotcha Racing TV, Gotcha Racing family, and I guess I will see you within about 2 weeks or so, or maybe less than that. She's making her way here to California, so we're gonna have a good time with that. It's almost top of the hour, and I'm almost ready to go. Linda, thank you very much, and work your magic for the community, and let's see how you can help them out. Hey, folks, this is Joe Britt coming to you live and direct from the desert to the sea, broadcasting on KCAA Talk Radio through Studio B in Rialto, California, and every Saturday at 11 o'clock, we try to put on a show for you. This week is kind of dragging my butt, but nevertheless, we got through it. Hey, Carlos, thank you very much. Linda, take care of yourself, and I will talk to you soon. Hey, racing community out there, you guys be safe. A lot of the tracks are opening up for you to take you guys off the streets and put you on legit tracks. And we'll give you more update on that. Hey, take care. This is Joe Brick.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.5.
Your NBC Sports Radio update starts.
This is Dick from Carpet Masters. Carpet Masters has been serving the Inland Empire for over 55 years. Carpet Masters uses extraction cleaning for your carpet because there's no better cleaning to remove the soil from your carpet. All of our furniture cleaning is done by hand in your home or in our plant. Carpet Masters